Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Johnny Binder Show. I'm glad you're here. It's our second time out today, and we want to work with you. And we thank you for coming out tonight. We ain't going to be long, but we're going to be strong. And we almost through the show. I'm going to call you right after the show. This is my kin, folks, y'all. Maria. I'm on the show soon. After I come out the show, I'm going to call you. Maria. Okay, she on. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for the Johnny Binder Show. Thank you for coming out. We won't be long, but we'll be strong. I mean, this man, the first man out, this is too much. Boy, you something else, man. May God bless you. May God keep you, man. You are something else. You know, people, I tell you, you're going to learn knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, freedom, justice, equality, food, clothing, shelter, love, peace, and joy. It's a lot going on, and they telling on each other, and Trump is in trouble. He don't know what to do and fired the people that brought the reports back. He don't know what to do. And God's going to deal with him. He's not going to get away. When you mess over poor people, I don't care who you are, you're not going to get away. Not happening. Not happening. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. You're not getting away. So again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming out. Thank my brother already said something. Mr. Battle, he ain't been there but a second. OG will always be tuned in as long as God got me here straight up. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Let me put some over here. Ladies and gentlemen, they coming again. But I'm going to have to give you, I'm not going to give y'all but 3, 4, 5 minutes over here. Y'all going to have to come. Yeah, y'all going to have to come. Y'all messed up everything. They taking hours over here from me because y'all won't come. Lord have mercy. I don't run this, y'all. Y'all got to help me. Y'all got to come on over to Johnny Binder, at Johnny Binder Show. I'm putting it up here now. Okay. You got it. At the Johnny Binder Show. That's where you got to come. Now I'm going to give you the phone number for the one that I want to bring on. Okay. All right. Larry Dixon, how you doing, brother? May God bless you. Thank you for coming out. Now, I know you see that sign right there, say at the Johnny Binder Show. Mr. Dixon, I know you know how to go to YouTube and put at the Johnny Binder Show. I know you know how to do that. I'm going to be on here about 4 or 5 minutes. I'm kicking over. Oh, you got to come over here. You got to come over here. Please. So we can get this number up and get it over with as soon as possible so we can monetize this and start helping more and more people. It's not for me. It's for us to help millions of people. And we done that, man, with a D. And we got to keep doing that. So, OG, I will always be tuned in as long as God got me here and straight up, brother. We love you, brother. We love you. Make no doubt about that. So, again, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Johnny Binder Show. From cell to society. Johnny Binder on the real struggles after prison. The recidivism rate is real bad, ladies and gentlemen, with every nationality in the planet, but especially black people. They give you 3, 4 weeks to find a job. And And if you don't find it, then you pay 25% of your check to the halfway house where you at. And you've been gone 10, 15 years, you gotta try to cope immediately. You gotta try to cope immediately with the free work. And really, man, it's not easy as one think. I'm so glad I did the 53 days there, checking in, and checking in. Now, Larry, in about 4 or 5 more minutes, I'm gonna turn this off and come back on. I'm gonna need you to hit at Johnny Binder Show and come over here with me and talk with me over here. Okay? Text me whatever you want, ask me whatever you want, or make a suggestion. Okay? I need you over here when we get the count up. Okay? Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's hard, and a lot of people are not gonna make it. We too emotional, and somebody can say the wrong thing, and there we go, and we too easy to be triggered. It's a trick from day one. The recidivism rate is to keep the prison full where you come out and go back in, and almost 80 to 90% of the people go back in because you come out here and you didn't come out here right, and you had not studied while you was in there. You just can't come out here no any kind of way. You got to get a job, or got to get a family, get your girlfriend, get a couple family members to support you, And I had all that. My daughter bought me a car. I had all that. You can stay with any of my children, so I was good. But I stayed with my mama the first 6 months purposely, where she could feel me and talk to me. I won't talk about what Ken Schaefer did with her. Got to sign that paper and took the money. Yeah, I don't even want to bring that up no more. That was enough on what it did. But again, ladies and gentlemen, we have to educate ourselves while we're in there. We cannot just be in prison and don't study to show ourselves approved. We have to study to show ourselves approved. Got to read the dictionary, the encyclopedia, join the Hebrew Israelite, the Nation of Islam, Al-Islam, Morsine Temple. Join these brothers. Bring together as one. Learn about God. Learn about the woman. Learn about your mother. Learn about life and what we need to do so we can be able to stay free and not become a slave all over again with the puppeteer and the puppet, because the puppeteer controls the puppet and the puppet being controlled and don't even know it. I'm not going to be here long, but I'm going to be strong. I probably won't be here about 20 more minutes. I'm serious. I'm going to hit it and quit it tonight. I just want you to know that it's time for us to change. We have to change. We see what's going on with this man you call the president. He's not playing, ladies and gentlemen. He's doing what Trump is terrified. I know he is. Okay, he is right to weaponizing race to snatch power away from the U.S.
The war in Texas trying to steal five.
Listen for 1 second.
Trying to steal 5 congressional seats, decimating not only the Democrats' numbers, but black and brown representation. A lot of folks continue to speak out. First of all, today, House Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries was in Austin.
Come on.
We'll show you some of that. But some of the people who have been attending these hearings,
this is serious. Texas
ridiculous
ever sparked battle for Congress seats. You're just going to take the seats.
A black member of the commissioner's court in order to put a Republican in.
Man.
My name is Elisa Simmons. I'm the Tarrant County Commissioner
that
represents the precinct. I represent the precinct that you are currently meeting in. This is my precinct. Welcome to ground zero of redistricting. Tarrant County, Texas.
Come on.
The Tea Party and MAGA Republicans. had a Republican
Listen to this, y'all.
judge, DA, sheriff, all of them. I am here to urge the members of the Texas legislature to say no to racism. And
That's all this is. Donald Trump did this.
discriminatory
Mad at Green, want to take his seat.
congressional maps. What you've done is planned and calculated a racist attack on the fundamental voting rights of people of color.
Come on, come
I
on.
should know. MAGA County Judge Tim O'Hare used a racist law firm and a racist map drawer to attack, pack, and crack African American and Hispanic neighborhoods here, just like you are trying to do to our congressional map. With the mid-decade redistricting of Tarrant County Commissioners precincts,
Come on, come on.
me and my seat just last month, on June 3rd, my constituents lost their representation due to intentional racial gerrymandered MAGA politics. And what happened when my colleagues voted to redistrict, when they voted to go after my precinct 2 seat, a damn lawsuit. So hopefully you all are prepared for that. They redrew our lines not because the population shifted, not because our communities changed, but because they wanted to silence our voices. Like you, Texas legislative Republicans, my MAGA colleagues wanted more power than they already had.
My
Tarrant
God.
County has been in existence since 1849 and has always been Republican-led. What more do you want? They didn't give a damn who they had to disenfranchise to do it. Is my time up?
Please complete, yeah, I'll let you complete your sentence.
All right. That wasn't fair. That wasn't democratic. It was designed to rig the game before the whistle even blew. And now Texas Republican leadership is behind closed doors, haven't seen a map or a redistricting proposal from you guys doing the same thing. But we're here today to say no to racism and racially discriminatory redrawing of congressional maps. Thank you all.
Members, any questions for this witness?
Yeah, Donald Trump, man. This man is Project 2025. Y'all thought he was playing.
It's okay. Just remember to say it until we're not asking questions for you.
It's
Representative
okay.
Daniels, recognize the question witness.
Thank you. Had a quick question. I know you were saying that because of this, it's going to cause a lawsuit. Is your county right now flush with cash, or do you all have an oversurplus of cash? I'm asking for an intent, so I'm asking.
No, sir, we are not flush with that.
Okay, so you're not. Second thing is, obviously you wouldn't know, but as of right now, since this will possibly be going to litigation, do you know how much the county is already having to spend to try to, affirm what they've already done to the seat with redistricting?
Yes, we have hired
Listen.
the racist, the firm that drew the racist map.
Mhm.
We paid them to draw the racist map, $30,000, and now we've hired them to defend the damn racist map, and at $250,000.
Okay.
That's just the beginning.
That's just the beginning, so
Yes.
we're already well above the $300,000.
In less than a month.
Okay, and then how does that end up going to be paid back? I mean, I know the county's gonna do it, but where is that?
Their money, it's
So this is
taxpayer
gonna come
dollars.
from taxpayers
Yes.
who are already disenfranchised, as well as people who are not disenfranchised.
Listen.
So this is gonna increase taxes in your county.
It probably will.
Okay, I just wanted to confirm that.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Turner, recognize the question witness.
$300,000.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Commissioner Simmons, thank you for being here, and thank you for your leadership for our county and for our precinct. You talked about the Tarrant County mid-decade redistricting. And I'd like you just to inform the committee how your Republican colleagues on the Commissioner's Court went about achieving it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but they took heavily minority neighborhoods from Precinct 2, which you were elected to represent, and packed them into Precinct 1, which is an existing majority minority commissioners precinct. Do I have that basically correct?
That's correct. So precinct 2, as politicians you know, is a competitive district.
I'm not gonna
Precinct 1
take y'all too much further than this.
decidedly Democratic.
I just
Precinct
wanted y'all
3 and 4 are-
to hear this because these people, now this one here, Jeffrey can't
In
save you.
exactly 7 minutes, Jasmine Crockett slammed a black leather ledger onto the table. The room held its breath. Inside, 12 vanished girls coded like inventory, buried in Trump's 1993 wedding guest list. Gasps echoed. Trump smirked, but Jasmine's eyes didn't blink. What was hidden in that final page?
Ladies and
made
gentlemen,
even Trump's defenders go silent.
ladies and gentlemen,
14 of the Capitol.
This is
wasn't ready for
crazy.
What was coming? It looked like any other hearing chamber.
Jasmine
Polished wood brass
Crockett
nameplates,
have the
C-SPAN
evidence
wires snaking under the chair.
twice
But today
on
was
the
something
president
else.
of the
Today
United
was a
States.
live detonator waiting for someone to press record. The red tally light blinked once, then froze. A single blink that told the country it was happening.
I ain't never did this.
Room 214 of the Capitol Oversight Chamber was now live on CNN, MSNBC, and C-SPAN. No
Lord
edits,
have
no
mercy.
filters, just silence wrapped in marble truth under fluorescent lights.
My
and millions
God.
of Americans watching every breath. This wasn't just a hearing, it was a trap door beneath one of the most powerful names in American history. And Jasmine Crockett was the one holding the key. She entered with no announcement, no wave, no smile, just the quiet rhythm of heels on stone. Every step closer to the table felt like another second counting down. Jasmine wasn't here for theater. She
Listen,
wasn't here to perform. She was here because something had surfaced, something that was never supposed to be found. A ledger from a wedding with names that had been erased from public memory for 32 years. Donald Trump was already seated, his arms folded, his tie perfect. The
listen,
smirk on his face said this was all a joke. He whispered something to one of his aides and chuckled under his breath. But there was a flicker in his eyes the moment he saw what Jasmine placed on the table. It wasn't loud. It wasn't flashy. It was a black leather book worn at the edges, creased down the spine. But the weight of it silenced even the most cynical voices in the room. Jasmine didn't look at him. She opened the book slowly, deliberately. Page
listen.
1, gold ink cursive letters, the header reading, guest registry, Trump Wedding Plaza, Hotel NY, December 1993. The next page was different, tighter handwriting, some names crossed out, others listed with numbers instead of names. E15, E16, E17. No last names, no addresses, no birthdays. Behind
Listen,
her, Representative Garcia leaned in and murmured, "Is that real?" Jasmine didn't answer. Her eyes were locked on one name, no one code highlighted in red. Palm Beach Transfer. Below it, the initials JE. Someone had tried to scrub it, but ink doesn't lie. Trump leaned forward, slightly scanning the room. No more smirking. A producer in CNN's mobile truck whispered to his control team, "Do not cut away, no matter what happens." This is it. For 32 years, the book had vanished.
come
The
on.
ledger had been dismissed as a rumor, supposedly destroyed, sealed, erased. But now it sat under the Capitol's ceiling lights, its secrets opening under Jasmine's fingertips. And she hadn't spoken a single word. Yet the temperature in the chamber had already dropped 10 degrees.
Listen,
Today wasn't just about what Donald Trump had done. It was about what he had tried to bury. And Jasmine Crockett had just pulled the shovel out. Jasmine didn't raise her voice. She didn't need to. Her fingers slid across the first printed copy of the ledger, like she was flipping through an old ghost story. Except this one had real names, real victims, and real silence wrapped around it. She adjusted the microphone, gently looked down at the paper, then back up at Trump. "Mr. Trump," she began, her tone almost kind. "Do you remember who sat beside Epstein at your wedding?" Trump exhaled through his nose, leaned back in his chair, and gave a half shrug. "I had 500 guests," he said with a grin. "I don't remember every cocktail napkin, let alone who sat where." The crowd behind him chuckled nervously, but Jasmine didn't blink. She
listen,
turned the page. "This registry," she continued, holding up a page for the cameras, "isn't from the hotel. It's from the event staff, internal, annotated, and reviewed 3 days after the wedding." She tapped the center of the page. The camera zoomed in. You see these, she asked. These are the ones who didn't have last names or ages, just codes. E15.
My
E16,
God.
E17. Trump let out a scoff, waving one hand.
My
Oh,
God.
come on. This again. What is this, a Netflix script? Are you seriously suggesting I ran some kind of trafficking operation at my own wedding? He leaned into the mic with mock sincerity. You people are disgusting. But Jasmine didn't flinch. Her hands were steady. Her words scalpel sharp.
Listen.
No, Mr. Trump, I'm not suggesting. I'm reading, and I'm asking. She held up a second copy. The ink shimmered faintly under the chamber's lights. This one was signed by a manager at the Plaza Hotel. It includes a line item listed as entertainment staff, Palm Beach transfer.
My God.
All female, all under code names, all undocumented. The room shifted.
My
Chairs
God.
creaked. Someone cleared their throat a little too loud. Trump folded his arms and tilted his head like he was watching a toddler explain tax policy. This is pathetic, he said. This is what the Democratic Party has become, weaponizing party planning. He looked around, waiting for laughter. None came. Jasmine kept going. These aren't waitresses. These aren't florists. They aren't even named. Why do they only appear on this copy? Mr. Trump, not on any other guest list? Her voice was low, almost intimate now. Why were these girls coded like equipment? Silent?
Come on, come on.
Even the aides at Trump's side didn't move. One of them was tapping nervously at their tablet, scrolling through old legal memos,
Come
as if
on.
trying to find a lifeline. Jasmine turned the page again. E16, transferred to Epstein residence, Palm Beach.
Oh,
1993. Her voice dropped further. That's 3 days after your wedding. That's not speculation. That's handwritten. She slid the page under the committee's document cam, and suddenly millions of Americans saw it too. Names reduced to letters, guests reduced to shipments. Trump shook his head. You don't have proof they were underage. You don't even have proof they existed. He chuckled. This is fiction, and it's sad. Jasmine stared at him for a long moment, then said clearly, if they never existed, why did your staff write transfer logs for 12 girls?
12 girls
The
transferred.
question didn't land like a punch. It landed like a funeral bell. And across the room, someone in the press row finally whispered the word out loud. Trafficking. Jasmine didn't raise the volume. She raised the stakes. Her index finger hovered above the codes like a prosecutor circling the names of co-conspirators. E16, E17, E18. She paused after each one, letting the silence stretch thin. Each one of these codes matches a guest entry on the internal staffing list.
My
Each
God.
one appears only here, nowhere else in hotel records, Secret Service logs, or wedding press coverage. Trump adjusted in his chair jaw, tightening fingers, tapping slowly against the wood. The smug expression he wore just moments earlier was beginning to fade, buried beneath calculation. He knew where this was headed, and Jasmine could see it in his eyes. She didn't let him breathe. She turned the page with surgical precision.
Watch this, y'all.
There were only 6 words on it, scrawled in rushed pen, transferred to Palm Beach.
Transferred. Hold
Jasmine read them
on.
aloud, then slid the
Transferred to Palm Beach. 15, 16, 17, 12 girls. No name, numbers. I told y'all what's done in the dark will come to the light. They crossed me, gave me 18 years, gave me 40 years, put me on death row. The chickens have come home to roost. I can say it because that's what's happening right here. This is crazy that this man is the president of the United States of America. And this man don't give a hell about young girls. He don't care nothing about women. You have a narcissistic in the office, a man that need a psychosocial assessment and a dianetic. And y'all ain't rushed to judgment for a state of emergency to move him. Y'all gonna let him destroy America, destroy all these people that work for America, destroy all the veterans, all these people losing their job. I mean, what done created a problem with all the people overseas with that old terrorist buffoonery and China winning. Listen to this here. Listen to this.
Document under the projection camera. The image filled the screens behind her broadcast to millions across America.
Listen.
No commentary, no summary. Just those 6 words in black ink, as loud as any scream. You could hear the tension in the room shift like a fault line cracking under marble. Reporters sat frozen. A Republican congressman pulled out a pen, then stopped as if unsure whether to take notes or pray. Even Trump's aides stopped typing. The sound of one paper being turned echoed through the chamber like a dropped gavel. Jasmine looked up slowly. Palm Beach, she said. The same city where Epstein owned a residence.
My God!
Listed in sealed testimony as a holding place for minors in 1994. She paused again. Why would a New York wedding end with undocumented guests sent to Florida? Under code names, Trump chuckled dryly.
Come on.
A defensive sound. There's no evidence they were real people. No birth certificates. No ID. Maybe it was some hotel manager's stupid system. Maybe it was made up. His voice dropped an octave. Ever think of that Jasmine didn't blink? I have, she said. That's why we pulled the employee logs. That's why we tracked handwriting samples. And that's why she held up a new page sealed in a transparent evidence.
Listen.
This matches entries signed by Jeffrey Epstein himself at Mar-a-Lago. Same ink, same hand, same initials. The room didn't just fall silent. It felt evacuated, as if breath had been ripped from it. Trump shifted again, eyes narrowing. You're trying to manufacture a ghost story, he said. Out of a wedding and a book. Jasmine leaned forward just slightly and her voice turned to steel. No, Mr. Trump. I'm trying to find 12 girls who were never supposed to be listed.
Oh!
Because they were never supposed to be missed. She let that sentence sit. Let it bleed.
12 girls.
Then she looked directly at him and in front of the nation asked the only question that mattered now. Why did these girls disappear from every record except yours, Mr. Trump? For a
Oh!
full 10 seconds after Jasmine Crockett's final question, the chamber stayed frozen till a creak shattered the silence.
Come on.
The side door opened slow and deliberate, as if the room itself resisted the truth about to walk in. A woman in her mid-40s stepped forward, shoulder-stiff hands clenched tightly at her sides. Her heels hesitated just once before hitting the marble floor. She wasn't wearing power, she was wearing history. Her name echoed softly through the speakers.
Here it is.
Read it,
Your president busted.
Jasmine's gaze followed her, not with triumph, but with something quieter like mourning disguised as resolve. Maria reached the witness seat, but didn't sit until the chair was pulled out by a staffer. She nodded politely, mechanically, like someone trying to remember how to move under 1,000 eyes.
My
Her hands
God.
trembled just enough to be visible on camera.
My God.
Representative Garcia leaned into the mic. Per legal counsel's request, Ms. Escobar will deliver a personal statement without formal oath or questioning. This is granted under protective exemption clause 8.7 due to risk of retaliation. A second figure stepped forward. Her attorney faced pale eyes, scanning the crowd like a man expecting bullets. He placed a single folder on the table before Maria, then stepped back into the shadows. Trump leaned toward his aide and muttered something too low for the mics, but the smirk was gone now. He didn't laugh. He didn't scoff. He just watched as if unsure which version of the past was about to become undeniable. Maria didn't look at him. She kept her eyes on her hands as she unfolded.
Finna testify against the president of the United States of America. Y'all didn't know what I had for y'all tonight, did you?
Maria Escobar.
Listen to
I was
this.
born in 1977. I was 16 years old when I was hired to work the Trump wedding at the Plaza
Oh!
in December of 1993. She stopped, swallowed hard, and tapped the folder with her fingertips. At least, that's what I was told. A flicker of discomfort passed through the hearing room. Jasmine didn't move. Neither did the cameras.
My God.
Maria continued, this time slower. I wasn't staff, no uniform. Just a group of girls in white dresses told to smile and stay near the men with cameras. A gasp rippled through the press row. One reporter dropped her pen. Another whispered something into his phone. Trump shifted again, eyes narrowing, but his mouth stayed closed. Maria's fingers clenched the edge of the table. Her voice cracked just once. He was there. Epstein, he was laughing. Trump was beside him. They said we were the party favors.
My God.
A chill ran through the room like a broken
The
bench.
party favors.
Maria looked up for the first time straight into the camera. I remember his voice. I remember the chandelier. I remember what happened after we were taken upstairs. She looked at Trump now directly without blinking. And I remember who told me to smile. No one moved. No one spoke. History had just stepped into room
My
214,
God.
and it had a name. Maria didn't wait for permission to continue. The silence in room 214 had already granted it. Her hands gripped the edge of the witness table like she was bracing for something stronger than gravity. I was told I'd be serving drinks, she said, eyes steady now. But when I arrived, there were no trays, no uniforms, no training. She glanced down for a moment, then breathed in. There were 10 of us, all girls, all young. One didn't speak English. We were taken in through the service entrance of the plaza and brought upstairs to a suite marked off with gold rope.
My
I
God.
remember thinking it looked like a showroom, not a hotel room. Too polished, too perfect. Trump leaned back, arms folded, lips drawn tight. He didn't interrupt, but his foot tapped, barely visible under the table.
Listen,
Maria pressed on.
your
He
president.
called it the VIP lounge, but there were no politicians in there, no celebrities. Just Epstein, a few older men I didn't recognize, and one man I did, Donald Trump. He walked in like he owned the room. Maybe he did. Her voice didn't rise, but it didn't shake anymore either. They asked us to line up, she said, to smile, to walk in a circle slow. I remember the flashes. Someone had a camera. I
My
think
God.
it was disposable or maybe Polaroid. I remember the way Trump looked at us, not like people, like a menu. A sharp intake of breath echoed from the back row. Someone shifted in their seat as if they couldn't bear to sit still through the next sentence. One girl started crying. I think her name was Amira. They pulled her aside and told her to wait in the hallway. She didn't come back. Maria paused. The muscles in her jaw twitched. I never saw her again. Jasmine didn't move. Her eyes were locked on Maria like a spotlight, quiet but unwavering. Maria continued.
Listen.
He asked if I could dance. I said no. He laughed. Then smile better. Trump stood nearby, raised his glass toward me, like a toast. At that moment, a lone clap rang out from the left side of the chamber. One congressman, stunned and moved, broke protocol and applauded. Just once, the chairman slammed his gavel. Order. We will maintain decorum. But the room was already cracking. Not into chaos, but into raw, unbearable awareness.
My
This
God.
wasn't political anymore. This was personal. Maria leaned forward now, her voice lower. When the party ended, I was told to stay behind. Epstein had me escorted downstairs to a car with tinted windows. I remember the driver. He wore gloves, didn't speak. Took me to a townhouse 2 blocks away, locked from the inside. A beat passed, then she said it. I was E16. I wasn't lost. I was
Oh, wait.
Gasped.
She said she was E16. Now the president of the United States just said them numbers had nothing to do with no people. I want to turn this thing around, but I won't, because I wanted to play through because I don't want the people to stop it. I'm showing you corruption at the top. This is the Johnny Binder show. Now they crossed me with a lie. Look what's coming back on. Listen, E16.
Rolled across the room like a wave breaking against stone. The cameras caught it all, every word, every glance, every fracture in the room. And in the front row, Trump blinked once, but said nothing. Trump exploded. Lies, all of it. Lies. His voice ricocheted off the chamber walls, sharp and panicked, breaking the careful stillness that had blanketed room 214 for nearly an hour. He slammed his palm against the table, rattling the microphone, eyes wild, teeth clenched. I don't know this woman. I've never seen her in my life, but Maria didn't flinch. Her voice stayed calm even as her hands trembled in her lap. She looked up slowly, deliberately, and locked eyes with him for the first time since walking in. You remember me, she said, her voice soft but ironclad. I remember your cologne. The words dropped like a steel trap.
My
Not
God.
dramatic, not loud, just undeniable. You could feel the breath drain from the room again. But this time the silence didn't feel like awe. It felt like reckoning. Trump stared at her as if daring her to break, but Maria didn't blink. You leaned in close. You told me I looked like a movie star. I remember the flash of a camera, and I remember the smell of something heavy, like money and musk. Her voice wavered on the last word, but her gaze never moved. I was 16. The CNN camera cut to Trump, his expression frozen somewhere between rage and disbelief. On the live ticker, E16 began trending. Twitter detonated. Screens across the country lit up with split
My God.
face and Trump's clenched jaw. Former staffers, hotel workers, interns all watching. Some with memories buried, some with guilt they tried to forget. Jasmine leaned forward, her voice low. How many more girls remember that cologne, Mr. Trump? No answer, just the sound of a nation holding its breath. The question lingered, coiled in the air like smoke, refusing to dissipate. And somewhere beyond room 214,
Listen.
on a couch, an office, a locked bedroom, someone else knew they'd been there too. Who else had been in that suite that night? Who else had watched in silence? Who else was ready finally to speak? The clerk's voice broke through the tension like a scalpel. Next witness, Mr. Gregory Finch. At first, the name floated past the crowd without weight, but then the door opened and time did something strange. It slowed. The man who entered walked with a slight limp, his frame curved by age but not weakness. His gray suit was modest pressed but faded, and in his hands he carried something tighter than any lawyer's file. A leather-bound portfolio, old, worn, and sealed with a tarnished brass clasp. Jasmine looked up, just once, then back to her papers. This part didn't need theater. The name alone.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is on national TV, and that man didn't kill himself. I know y'all can figure that one out, huh? This is a whole lot. This is a whole lot, ladies and gentlemen. I'll let you listen to the rest of it yourself. It's on YouTube. Jasmine Crockett unveiled Trump Epstein secrets 7 minutes later. Ladies and gentlemen, go to YouTube, see it for yourself. I gave you enough to understand. I told you it was going to be short tonight. I can't believe what I done heard, that this 16-year-old baby came in there. And the man said he never seen her. The lady said, I remember your cologne. And you told me I was like a movie star. Miss Alma Alvarez, I definitely need you. Miss David, I need you. Miss Judy Foster, I know you're going to do it for me, Judy. And Larry Dixon. Look, I need y'all to hit, see right here, at the Johnny Binder Show. Come to YouTube and hit at the Johnny Binder Show. I've been on 38 minutes. I got about 10 more minutes, 15 more minutes. At the Johnny Binder Show. So, Miss Judy, long time no see, no hear. I need you. I need you to help me with my show, help me with my movie. I need you. So I need David to come over. Alma, Judy, that is right there, y'all. At the Johnny Binder Show. Y'all come over now, please. At the Johnny Binder Show on YouTube. Hit the button and come over. I love each and every one of you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I had to do that. I got to get them over because they keep not wanting to come over. So I'm going to have to just do what I just did to get them over. This is very serious. I need y'all to come over. I don't know why this is so hard. We got to start. Okay, let me put it here again. All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen. And do a commercial, young lady. Catherine, while I'm doing this.
Hey fam, if I could get y'all to please go to an official The Johnny Binder Show page or in YouTube or Facebook to watch the show. Please like, subscribe, and share. Remember, when you subscribe, you help save lives because you're showing us love and support. And you also do that by watching the show on those official channels so we can get our views up. Gotta get our views up and our subscribers up in the next 30 days. So please join us for this mission. Thank you.
Thank you for the commercial. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for the night. I made my point. It's Jasmine Crockett unveils Trump and Epstein. It's serious. It's very serious. And I think Trump gonna leave town. I don't know which way he's going, but he knows it's coming. Epstein taking him down from the graveyard. I don't know who killed him, but that man ain't committed no suicide. You can't make me believe that in 1,000 years. Again, if any questions, any thing y'all may want to say, this is from cell to society. The Johnny Binder on the real struggle after prison. What do that mean? How can somebody not think about doing something wrong when the president doing it? Y'all didn't know where I was coming from, did you? You're struggling. The president got 34 felonies and still committing felonies while he in there. Taking money, want to take a plane, putting his name in the Bible, got tennis shoes, a watch. Now he put his son over there to get $2 billion on the coin. It's all, and then took $2.something billion, what a guy already said it on YouTube, and they got the paperwork. I don't know when they're going to file on and what they're going to do. Ladies and gentlemen, this whole White House is more corrupt now than ever in the history of time. So when people getting out of prison, it's going to be harder for them not to go back because they see the president at the top doing criminal stuff. So they say, he doing it, we can do it. This is the mindset. It's been trickled down. We got more problems in America. People running around with AKAs, shooting, and he done already pardoned the police, so he can do whatever they want. This is crazy. Biden just told you, mute your phone. Okay, let me mute your phone. Okay. So again, ladies and gentlemen, we have to be for real. This man playing with millions of people's lives. This ain't about no Democrat or no Republican or no independent. This is about poor people he's messing over. This is crazy. How you gonna come home in society with this? From cell to society. Johnny Binder on the real struggle. Everybody's struggling. They're trying to figure this out. This man doing whatever he want to do, signing paper, jumping over Congress, just doing what he want to do illegally. Not until this governor, Abbott, that's one of his flunkies, told him how to redistrict. Abbott was down there and told him, look, man, okay, all right, what you say, boss, whatever you tell me to do. They trying to take and redistrict it and take 5 seats. Do y'all see this? These people, they won't win it. The lawsuit alone will stop it. But the lady says she'll spend $300,000 already. This is ludicrous. All the money people need right now, and the cap is still $7.50. It should have been up to $15 years ago. But Rock tried to do it. I don't know if Biden tried it, but this is sad. You know Trump ain't gonna do it. He don't care. He's don't care. He the worst president ever in the history of time. There's no way he can stop it. He's gone. He's gone. He know he's losing. If you just look at his face, I played that. A little girl was 16, told a story. He's 16. He's 17. This is crazy. The president of United Snakes of America. And Biden just told you that we have to stand up for democracy and for the Constitution. Trump say, I don't care about no Constitution. I can do whatever I want to do. I got 34 felonies and the president. I can do whatever I want to do. That's his mindset. To get him out that seat, remember I told you, with impeachment, or if he made it, which he won't, it's going to be explosion. He's that narcissistic. He's that egotistical. He's that prideful. And he has a mindset. Either me or everybody go. That's his mindset. He would start a water stand now. Got the ships out in the water. Just in case. Just in case what? Look, it is 46 minutes. I got 14 more minutes. I won't even take 14 more minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you. I've proven to you tonight that the president of the United States of America is no good. A 16-year-old baby came in there and told how they put in a room, then train her for nothing. 16 years old, he's 16. I can't go no further than that. How can someone coming out of prison cope and have hope? Anybody coming out of prison now is in trouble. Because they looking at the president of the United States of America with 34 felonies. They looking at him break the law now. And they say in their mind, if the president can do it, I can do it. This the mindset. Welcome to America. This is cold, man. Y'all let one man mess up the whole country, mess up all y'all connections, and then take everything, and then moving Martin Luther King out the White House. Then moving the Kennedy's thing to put his wife's name in there. And the Rose Garden, all that. This is sad. Father God, if we ever needed you, we need you now. It's so bad that these people be killed. Young girls coming up missing. The girl says, my sister, and they ain't seen her since. I don't know everything happening, but what I do know, something's wrong. Well, it's going to be hard to come out of prison and cope and hope. You got to get a personal relationship with God, and then you're going to have to find a vocational school and start your trade. And they got companies now that people come out, they'll give about 50 of them, they'll give a job to you, a nice job, over $15 an hour. So again, ladies and gentlemen, I love you, but I can't go no further tonight. because I want to say something so bad. There's this 16-year-old girl stood flat-footed and looked at the president and said, y'all, I remember your cologne. Mr. President, thank you for wearing that cologne. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for coming out. I want to thank all my guests over here on Facebook for coming out. I asked you to come over there. You won't listen, so I got to take you out again. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for coming out. I appreciate you. It's been 50 minutes. I gave you, I showed you that you need to get your constituents and all your people and get this state of emergency. And all y'all need to call in. We need to get this man out of office. Vance ain't going to do all that. He going to try to clean it up, make himself look good. So, again, ladies and gentlemen, if we ever needed you all and need God, this country with Donald Trump as the president is messed up. A nation rises no higher than its woman. So the nation can't rise. Mr. Trump don't give a hell about women. May God bless you. May God keep you. We thank you for coming out. You've been wonderful. Thank you, Catherine, for coming out. Thank you, my brother Kendrick, for coming out. My brother say we will always be tuned in as long as you, God got me here. What's up, OG? It's all good, man. I'm going out like this. We have to get Trump out of office. It has to be a state of emergency. If y'all don't see that, E16, I rest my case. May God bless you. May God keep you. We have to get Donald Trump out that office. Peace.